Well, we finally got the update from the task force, and it's honestly not what I expected. Let's get into it. So, September 1st was yesterday, and we got an update from our task force. That's what they say. And honestly, it's still, there's no promises or actions taken. So that they said they've listened to the player feedback and have also set up roundtable conversations where they spoke with over 30 community leaders. Thank you all for your participation. The main two things we heard were the 80-meter distance, which it's permanent now. We're already aware of that. They announced that. And Niantic has a lot of room to grow when it comes to communication with our players. So the game's been out for 5 years, and if there's no real big time change in communication, then it's never going to happen. Let's put it this way, and think of it this way. Things don't change overnight, and things that have been happening for years usually just won't magically change for years to come as well. It's been 5 years, and if nothing has changed between those 5 years, it's probably not going to happen. It's just common sense that a company is stuck in its ways, definitely after 5 years. So, of course, again, Pokestop and gym interaction distance. One thing that's kind of interesting is this part here. We still believe in the importance of discovering interesting places and things in the real world, and we don't want to lose sight of that. The team and I are eager to develop new ways that motivate and reward trainers for exploring and exercising in the real world. As well as Task Force, we have new ideas to explore, and we look forward to sharing more in the coming months. I think we should get rewarded in a way for going out of our way and exploring a little bit. I think there should be some ways to reward that on top of normal gameplay. I don't know what that entails. They said they have some new ideas. This right here is about the only action that they're doing in the game that's new, that's going to take place, that they're going to explore. The rest of this is just all jargon, for the most part. We already know about the seasonal global bonuses and the mischief. That's nice. We told them they should have kept that anyway. They weren't listening to us. They said, hey, pandemic's pretty bad. They redacted the bonuses for New Zealand and the United States. New Zealand quickly went into their lockdown right after they did that, and they still didn't revert it until very recently. So this is nothing special for the most part. This is something that should have happened anyway, and the Season of Mischief was something they were doing anyway. So nothing new. Now the communication. That goes back to what I said earlier in the video, but let's go ahead and see what they said. Starting in October, we'll begin publishing a developer diary every other month, so once every 2 months, to share the latest priorities, events, and features for the game. This could be extremely easy for them to post on a bi-weekly or monthly basis, saying, hey, we are working on this, this is the problem, we're working on this, this is the problem, we're working on this, this is the problem, we're working on this, this is the problem. Now, we do have a known issues page, but we don't know how actively they're working on those issues and those things. And we know there's still a lot of things that they're working on that we don't know about. There's a lot of QOLs that could be added to the game. Go Battle League is literally a mess. It does not work, okay? It does not work. At all. Let's be honest. The lag, the servers, it doesn't work. You can have fantastic internet connection, have fantastic Wi-Fi here at home. My games lag every time, and my Wi-Fi is fantastic. It just makes no sense. So that's just more issues and things that we need to know that they're working on. We need clarification, and then we also need dedication. We need to see them doing it. We need to know that they're doing it, because honestly, events, unless it's Pokemon Go Fest, which has been a huge thing, if they can tell us a few months in advance of a giant, or the Safari Zones, where it's in-person events per se. Now this is for the future, of course, but if they can tell us ahead of time, we can plan ahead of time. See? So if that's what they're talking about with events, that makes sense. Features of the game, if it's improvements, absolutely. We need to know they're working on them, and we need to know which ones so we can see if their priorities are right. And then they're going to continue updating the known issues. The number one thing that upsets me about this whole thing is it's still open-ended. It's still kind of covering them, and it didn't label any issues currently that are plaguing the game that they're working desperately on to fix. There's no specifics in here saying, hey, these are issues and we're trying to fix them right now. None of that. And it's interesting because that's not a secret. You're not giving away anything. That's not going to ruin how much money you're making. You know, for the whole companies that own Pokemon Go, that doesn't do anything. The only thing that this does is it helps communication a little bit, but honestly, I'm still going to be free to play. Reversal's still not playing the game. Like, there's a lot of people that are still staying free to play and whatnot. Like, because it just doesn't make sense to give them money when there's still no action being taken to fix the game to qualify, I should say, spending more money than we have already. I've spent over $1,500 in this game. I don't want to spend another penny anymore. It's just ridiculous. I can spend that money elsewhere, and free-to-play really isn't that bad. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Personally, I'm not amused. The communication in having this was nice, but I was expecting to see more specifics on what they're working on for the things ahead, and we just got a bunch of jargon because of that. And the only two things that the main two things that they used from the interview was 80 meters and communication. Those were the two major things, but I know a lot of other things were brought up. Why not talk about minor things? Why not make this longer and then talk about all the minor things? They chose not to, because they realize that their game is crap. It does not work. That's with your boy Fitz City. I'm signing off. I'll see you guys in the next Pokemon Go video.